All right. Can anybody confirm if you can see my screen? Can you guys, somebody respond over the chat if you can actually see my screen? All right, great. All right, thank you everybody for joining today. So, and again, thank you for all your, so today is gonna be a big day for us. So if you have not taken a breakfast or, still working on the breakfast side, just make sure that, you eat something and keep something at your side and maybe, have a little breakfast today. So I have my coffee mugs and then I have my water, etc. with me. So I'm just gonna make sure that around 2 o'clock, I'm there over this call. So thank you everybody for joining. This is the second event which we are running today. Uh, as you see, we have various sessions aligned for today. So let me just give a formal introduction. I did this last time as well, but just to make sure for all the newbies who have joined today, uh, we let me share that details with you guys. So, so this is me, and a short introduction about myself. I'm a 4 times Salesforce MVP. I'm 7 times certified. I have around 9 years of experience. Right now, I work as a Chief Operating Officer and Architect at Daysworks. Uh, we are a pure Salesforce company as well, and we have been encouraging freshers hiring as well. I'm also a founder of India Dreaming. India Dreaming is the one of the largest community-driven event in the world. So we have done this in 2017 and 2018. We were not able to do it over 19, but yeah, uh, and of course, I'm so proud to be the founder of NextGenTrailblazers initiative, which we are here. I have been speaking to multiple, events, which is Dreamforce or World Tours, and the community events for sure. And you can reach out to me over Twitter, which is WinForce, and then my Facebook, which is again WinForce, the page. And then I have been also blogging a lot on my website. So if you have not subscribed, and I see a lot of people from this batch who have been subscribing every day. So thank you very much for subscriptions, and looking forward for connecting with you all over the website as well. Right. Okay, so what is Next Gen Trailblazers Day? What if we have been doing so far? So there are a lot of people who are confused with what we are doing and what exactly it is. So Next Gen Trailblazers, again, it's not a sales program by Salesforce. This is more a community initiative. Uh, when we say community initiative, the people who are more interested on Salesforce evangelism, but they're not Salesforce employees. Uh, I can just categorize them on the community side, and then this initiative is for students and recent graduates. It is not for the people who are already employed somewhere. And the reason we are doing it is, from a long time I have been observing. So I have been connected with a lot of students program in past. I have been doing this from I believe around 5 6 years. And what I realized is that we the students actually lack some of the key elements which should be really important for them to work on. So what we did is, like, we uh, so because of the COVID event, because of COVID, so we actually thought of that we will do it as a offline campaigns, like visiting colleges and doing that event in that way. But because of the COVID situation, where we felt that you know uh, it is important for students to learn, because right now it's becoming a huge gap. And if you see that huge gap which is coming up because of colleges not doing sessions, or there are a lot of sessions which are postponed. So there's not a big catch, and we wanted to make sure that your time is utilized in a proper way. So we thought, in spite of doing it offline, why not do it online? And then we started the online series. So the series is basically, it has the online events, and then it also has a real-time collaboration. So we have a Telegram group. I'm sure everybody is part of that group. If you are not yet, you can actually go to any registration link, and then you will find how to join the Telegram group. So that group has been very, very active, and thanks to my volunteers who have done an amazing job, you know, who have been very interactive over the Telegram group and made sure that everybody is able to connect with each other. So we have around 1100 Telegram members right now, which is huge. We did the inaugural event last month. So the people who are new to this call, they should know that this is the second call, and this event, the first one, it was done as an inaugural call. What it did is that we laid the foundation of this particular event, I mean, the entire series. And then there are sessions which help you to define the strategy. So, giving an example, like we have a session by Deepak Anand, who actually, shared his experience and the ways you can actually be a Salesforce developer. And then we had a session from Vishwa, who actually gave an idea of laying a foundation of the plan of like you need to put a vision for your career. So all those are, and again from Bhanu and Leah, and we had amazing sessions on the inaugural day. And so if you have not seen those sessions yet, go ahead and you can go to this www.nextgentrailblazers.com. Right now it is hosted on my website, which is vinaychaturvedi.com, but I wanted to promote this link because in future we would be coming up with a fancy website for next gen trailblazers as well. For the people who doesn't know what does next gen trailblazers mean is, trailblazer is a unique word which Salesforce says that if you are part of Salesforce world, you are a trailblazer. uh, and next gen trailblazers, the initiative, the reason we put the name is because next gen stands for you guys, which is next generation. So you are actually the next generation of trailblazers, and that is why we kept the name as next gen trailblazers. For today's event, which is the Prologue event, the Prologue event is mainly designed in a very, very awesome way. So this is coming from a feedback from a lot of people. I actually interacted with a lot of students who have been, champions in their career in Salesforce ecosystem, or who have been recently, moved to Salesforce ecosystem. And then when we have consulted, we realized that, there is a gap where when people start learning Salesforce, they might not know the basics of programming or the basic concepts. So for an example, you might be doing a module on objects and relationship and fields, but you might not know what is the structure behind it. So uh, and that actually lacks the confidence sometimes. So let's say you're very good at JavaScript or CSS or HTML. It makes it very easier for you to learn Lightning, and people who actually jump on Lightning directly, it becomes very challenging for them because they are actually learning a lot of stuff from the beginning, and they might learn a little bit of JavaScript or a little bit of CSS or HTML based on their learning or whatever it is. But the problem is that they're not able to expand their knowledge. The reason is that they're lacking basics. So Prologue, if you go to any book, that, and it's mainly thought because of if you see the name as well. Prologue stands for anything which starts before the start of the session. So before the start of the book. So or before the start of a series or anything. So we basically kept this prologue, which is like part one and part two. It is to make sure that you are learning Salesforce. But before that, you make sure that you learn this. And another idea is that we are not here to recreate the wheel. We are not reinventing the wheel at all. So whatever is available online, which is Trailhead or any Salesforce blogs or videos, we are not going to replicate that topics at all because it doesn't make sense. We have a lot of sessions like how to do Apex code or how to write Lightning components or LWC for to start as a career as a fresher or a recent graduate, it is not a big deal to learn all the Salesforce elements online because it is all available right now. So the reason we actually put this event in this way is that we are trying to put the the gaps here. We are trying to fill in the gaps and whatever gaps are available. So one of the examples were laying foundation, which was the inaugural event. People do not know where to start, and right now we are working on the Prologue series. The Prologue series is again today, and then we have the other session on 4th of July. So we will be having around 5 sessions on 4th of July. We will be doing the announcements very soon, and and then we have 5 sessions today. So uh, roll up your sleeves, be ready for for the event. Okay, so this is just there's some hints. So if you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and do that. So for any announcements and updates, make sure you subscribe to www.nextgentrailblazers.com. Most of you have already done it. So when you go to the website, there's a pop-up with my face. You can actually go and subscribe there, and then please go ahead and join the Telegram group. So I mean, we have been promoting that Telegram group a lot. Last I think a month back we were already able to achieve 1,000 Telegram group members. But the awesome way is uh, it's automatically adapted by everybody. So people are posting their questions, they're getting their answers directly. So be it anything, you can actually start posting and people will respond to you for sure. The other thing what we did is, if you would have seen that when you RSVP posted this link, that links go to trailblazercommunitygroups.com. So since I lead Noida developer group, and you might have seen a lot of places that Noida developer group is hosting this event, uh, I thought that this is the best way where you can actually go and you know access this trailblazercommunitygroups.com, because since student groups are now no more, it will be very easy for you to go through this any sessions around the world and join them, because so since because of the COVID situation, we are able to you should utilize that opportunity. I mean, you do not feel that okay, this is something going wrong. You should actually utilize this opportunity, because if you see, there are so many events going online, and it is very important for you to go through and check out all those online events. If you are over Twitter, and I must recommend, because most of our Twitter influencers who shares about Salesforce or about any event, they are there over Twitter. So if if you're not using Twitter yet, at least for the sake of Salesforce, you use it, because I use it only for Salesforce, and I post everything related to Salesforce itself, and sometimes I might be deviating my content, but 80% of my content is almost Salesforce, and I do follow Salesforce peeps. So do that, and you would be all getting updated for everything. So there are a lot of people around in the ecosystem who will actually post recent updates. And for this initiative, go for it and do this next gen trailblazers hashtag. Search for the hashtag. You will see a lot of information. Tweet, like, retweet, whatever it is, whatever you want to do it. So for today, we have speakers Shiv Shankar, and then Tarun, then Avi, Dhanik, and then Lakan, and then myself, of course. So the reason we wanted to, these people have a lot of knowledge. I wanted to make sure to reach out to these people and share those information to you. You might have seen there might be a very new faces as well on this group. You might see if you are already a student, active student member, but when you will listen to these guys, you will realize that they have a lot of potential and knowledge which they keep on themselves. So and that's the reason I wanted to push them and make sure to help us. And thank you very much all the speakers. They are putting a lot of efforts to bring on these unique sessions, because in fact working on these sessions is challenging. It is not just some sessions which are available online easily. These sessions are not available online. These are unique sessions. So they're building all their own content. It is, and thank you very much all the speakers for bringing that up. So for today's agenda, if you see, again, this is I've already share the introduction, and then we'll start with OOPS concept and MVC architecture, and then we have the session till 1:30 to be honest, and then we'll start. We'll make sure that we keep on doing it. So if you guys are over a laptop or something, make sure you continue eating. Do not stop the webinar because if you have any questions, you can ask them on live, and it is all fine. You can just eat on the side or drink on the side. Whatever you want to do on the side, you can do it, but keep on learning, right? So utilize this time. It is very important for your career as well. It is we have blended this program to make sure that it is helpful for your own career. So if you see, we have amazing sessions today. So if you see OOPS concepts, NMVC architecture, database concepts, web technologies, ECMAScript, data structure. These are all unique events. So make sure you attend these sessions for sure. All right, so this is one of the things which thanks Sharif Shalan for this. So Sharif, so this is the story behind, like, Sharif was actually distributing a couple of books for the US peeps. So I requested him that why not we get some books for top people. So we have to figure out some way that we cannot give books to everybody. So like minimum people we want to give. So what we did is, okay, I see a lot of people tweeting about next gen trailblazers. So I thought this is the best way we can reward them, because they're already promoting this event a lot. So go ahead and use this hashtag next gen trailblazers, tag myself. You can tweet as many times you can, but put the valuable content. We have done this in last. So if you really want to get into this, you can search for next gen trailblazers hashtag as well in the past, how we have done it. And of course you can be eligible, and we would be probably announcing the winners tomorrow. All right, thank you guys for being with us, and I will now push. Let me just check the agenda 1 second. So all right, I think this is all right. Let me add Shiv as. Hey Shiv, are you there? Yeah, okay. So